Lena wiped the sweat from her brow as she scrubbed the marble kitchen floor for the third time that morning. The scent of bleach burned her nose, but she didn't complain. She never did. She had worked as a housemaid in the Summers family mansion. For almost 2 years, quietly, diligently, invisibly, Marissa Summers. The lady of the house was everything Lena was not. Wealthy, elegant, beautiful in the way magazines celebrated. But her beauty was cold, and her smiles were often laced with poison. The help were never more than background noise to her, so when Marissa handed Lena a gilded invitation one afternoon, the maid was stunned. "You're invited," she said, her voice overly sweet like honey hiding a thorn. "To my birthday party. This Saturday? It's black tie?" Lena blinked. "Me, yes you," Marissa replied with an exaggerated nod. "You clean up after me every day. Might as well see how we celebrate real elegance." There was a strange look in her eyes. Challenge? A joke? Lena felt the weight of the gold-embossed card in her hands. Something didn't feel right. Saturday arrived far too quickly. Lena borrowed a navy blue evening dress from her neighbor, an older woman who once sang in jazz clubs before the city forgot about her. She fixed her hair the best she could and dabbed on light makeup, her hands trembling. When she arrived at the mansion, the same one she had entered every day in uniform, the guards at the front gate barely recognized her. Inside, everything sparkled. Golden chandeliers, champagne fountains, men in tuxedos, women in silk gowns, and Marissa in the center, glowing like a movie star. People turned as Lena walked in. Some of them whispered, some of them laughed. She instantly regretted coming. Marissa glided toward her with a glass of champagne in hand. "My God, you actually came," she said, loud enough for others to hear. "Look at you. Isn't this adorable?" There were chuckles in the background. "I almost didn't recognize you." "Without your mop and apron," Marissa added. Lena's cheeks burned. She tried to smile politely, unsure of what to say. Around her, the guests whispered and watched, clearly enjoying the spectacle. Marissa turned to the crowd. "Everyone, meet Lena. She's our housemaid. And now, our guest of honor. Guest of honor." Voice dripped sarcasm. People laughed. Lena felt like shrinking into the floor, but before she could leave, a voice rose above the crowd. "That's enough." The room quieted. From the back of the room, an older man in a gray suit stepped forward. His presence was commanding. People moved aside instinctively. Lena didn't know who he was, but Marissa did. "Uncle Gerard," she said, her voice suddenly tight. "Gerard Sinclair, billionaire investor, owner of several corporations, Marissa's godfather." He looked at her with open disappointment. "Is this how you treat people now, Marissa? You bring someone into your home just to mock them?" "She's a maid," Marissa said under her breath. "She knows her place." Gerard turned to Lena. "What's your name, Lena?" she whispered. He smiled warmly. "Lena, I've heard of you.
Nice.
My staff mentioned you once when I was here, said you were the only reason the household still ran properly. That right?" She didn't know how to respond. Gerard looked back at the guests. "You know what I see when I look at Lena? Grace, courage, and more dignity in a borrowed dress than I've seen in some of you wearing diamonds." The crowd went awkwardly silent. He stepped closer to Lena. "Would you dance with me, Lena, if that's all right?" Her eyes widened. "Dance." Marissa's face froze. Gerard offered his arm. Slowly, unsurely, Lena took it. The band resumed playing, a slow classic. And suddenly, the entire room watched Stendhal. The most powerful man in the room danced with the housemaid. Marissa tried to humiliate, but Lena no longer felt ashamed. She smiled gently at first, then with full warmth as the music surrounded them. When the dance ended, Gerard leaned in and whispered, "You deserve better than this crowd. How would you feel about working somewhere you're respected?" Lena could barely speak. "You mean for you?" He nodded. "I need someone I can trust. And I trust people who've walked through fire and stayed kind." From across the room, Marissa's champagne flute shattered in her grip. Lena never went back to scrubbing Marissa's floors. She became the personal assistant to Gerard Sinclair's job that that brought her not just money, but respect. She took night classes, eventually got her degree. And every year, on the date of that party, she wore the same navy dress and took a quiet moment to remember what was meant to humiliate her. Became the moment her life began again, because kindness always finds a way back, and dignity, even when mocked, shines brighter than gold.